Hey everybody, welcome back to Lumber Capital Log Yard. And on today's segment, we are starting something new that we have been so excited about. We are going to do a series of videos, especially through the warmer months, on cooking with firewood. And we have been counting down. We were hoping to have gotten started several weeks ago. But here we are with our first video, and we are going to be cooking one of my family's favorites, and it's easy, lamb burgers. So we will get into that, explain how we make our lamb burgers. We're also going to be doing poblano peppers, and we will grill them and char them, and then we will melt the cheese, and we'll go through some of the ingredients that we use. One thing about our family, we don't really follow a specific diet, but we do avoid a lot of grains and different things like that. So it will mainly be meat and potatoes, peppers, and cheese, all the fun, delicious stuff, all cooked over our firewood. And we have dried seasoned oak, we have hickory, we have a little mesquite here that one of our fans sent us from Texas. Thank you, Steve. And we have our fantastic Lone Star grill ready to go. So let's fire this up and get going with our first barbecuing segment, live fire cooking video. Okay, I can't believe I'm actually doing this on a video. I get to do my two favorite things, play with fire, which I love. It's part of the reason I got into firewood. I just love always having a campfire going, and I found a way to cook with it. And of course, the second favorite thing is meat. So we're gonna get the fire going with our Lone Star grill. This was an option with the door dropping down. We have our handy fire starter, which is really, really cool. It's very simple to use. This is some, I always leave just a little bit of the old charcoal from the previous wood that was in the grill before. I clean the grill out, get the ash out, but leave a little bit of charcoal in there. It just makes it get going a little faster. So there's enough fire starter in there, and then what I do is we have all our kindling over here, and we have flavored kindling, which we then can use as our smoke wood. So we have hickory. I'm going to grab some of this oak. It's split down very fine, and it doesn't take but a handful to get it going. So I just build a teepee on there and then light it. And then it's just, you know, like I said, one of my favorite things to do is just tending the fire and getting it right. This kind of cooking does take time because you don't actually cook over the burning wood. You want it to go to coal. You can use the flame. It can have a flame to it, but you want to move your meat, of course, away from the fire, otherwise you're going to burn it. This is a Santa Maria grill, and I ran into this type of grill, it was almost 30 years ago in Mexico. I was on a Jeep Bajan along the ocean. I came across this restaurant just out on a peninsula, out on the Pacific. And there was 2 or 3 guys around this grill, and they were, it was all fresh seafood, just a little restaurant along the ocean. And the cool feature is that to moderate your heat, to increase it or decrease it, you can lower your grill bed to your coals. So as the coals begin to diminish, and or if it would get too hot, you can raise it up. And of course, you have a lot of surface area, so you are able to move your your food products around your heat source. And as we get going, then we're start adding the firewood in. It looks like we've got the kindling pretty well established. You're watching this in live time, so it's only taken a couple minutes. So I'm going to actually start adding the firewood in now. You definitely want to make sure that you have kiln dried, fully seasoned firewood, which we are providing now through the log yard. We're using our solar kiln, and we have dropped this well below our relative humidity. So the firewood's down around 10-12%, and it goes to coal in about 45 minutes or so. So I'm going to open the door back up and start putting in some of our firewood. My wife told me I needed a hobby, that I spend too much time at work. So I couldn't think of anything better to do than to barbecue and, like I said, have a fire. So now we're gonna take a break from the video. This needs to get established. It does take time, but when I'm barbecuing, I do work 6 days a week. So on my day off, when I am barbecuing, to me it's just an all-day thing. I do one of two things. I'm either here at the fire pit, or I'm on my motorcycle. I'll just go do a 20-minute lap around the mountains and come back and you know, see how the coals are coming along. Okay, in the meantime, we are going to get our peppers prepared and on the grill. So we're going to take our poblano and cut it in half. That's how we do it. And the most important thing is that you take your seeds out and cut around it a little bit. We usually break the stem out as well, and then make sure those seeds are coming out of there. You are not going to want to get a bite of those, especially if you're at all sensitive to heat. We actually have a couple different peppers here because we're going to have a lot of family over this evening. So we get the seeds out of there. I want to put that knife through the pepper there. It's pretty sharp. And get them cleaned out. And we are gonna get these stuffed and on the grill. The firewood is almost to coal. Almost. We can move that larger piece off to the back, and then we can start getting stuff down. The smoke's almost done over there. So we have our poblanos ready. And what I did here is we have developed this over 3 or 4 years. This is what my family likes. We have cream cheese, we have garlic, we have shallots, and we have a lot of salt and pepper. That gets mixed together, and then we mix in some cheese. That's the cheese of your choice. We have it finely grated. It melts a little more evenly across the pepper. The main thing when you're doing this is, to me, the thing that really kicks it is you want to get your peppers charred, and you know, get your char marks, your grill marks on them, but you still want them crunchy. We've done it several different ways. When it's 17 below zero and our grills don't get up to temperature here in central Pennsylvania, sometimes we're doing them in a cast iron skillet with a lid on them, and it sort of boils them. And I don't like them that way. So once we get it on the grill, we want it to get charred and get our cheese melting, and then let some of that crisp crunch still in the pepper. And that is what just takes it to the next level. And that is one of the things that we just love about barbecuing, because we have the total control, and we're not in a rush, and we're just enjoying our day. Okay, we're ready to get the peppers on. The fire is almost in the center of the grill, off to the right side. So I'm going to get the peppers on the side. The grill itself is very hot, So we're gonna just get them lined up and let them start to char. I don't want them over the direct heat because we want the cheese to melt slowly, and we want the pepper itself to get those char marks on it and still maintain its integrity, its crispiness. So we will get them lined up, and I'll rotate them back and forth several times watching them. We're at a little more salt and pepper now that they're on the grill. I know for a while America was really opposed to salt. We're always using fresh ingredients, and I like to add quite a bit of it. Now, like I said, with the Santa Maria grill, the wonderful thing is to control your heat, you can lower it towards it. So I'm gonna lower it down. We're gonna let these on for about 18 to 20 minutes or so. I'll start rotating them, and then we'll get the burgers ready to go. So we'll be back in 18 minutes. Okay, we're back. We're gonna get the burgers on, put a little oil on them. These behind me here. That's good. And then again, I am really big on salt and pepper. That really brings the flavor out of that meat. It's the perfect combination. Sometimes we're at a little bit of hot, spicy peppers on there, like you'd find at a pizza shop. Just as far as I'm concerned, you can't have too much salt and pepper. My hands are clean, so I'm gonna just put these directly on the grill. We have our full bed of coals, and get them going. And they're hissing right away. Get them right over that heat. Get them charred up, then we're turn them. This is hot, but my hands are so calloused. I just like to keep them rotated. I can tell that they are just about 5 minutes away. They are going to be perfect. I'm going to bring that back up. So I can get on that. Okay, time to get the peppers off. They are charred. I can tell they're still crunchy the way that I like them. That grill is hot. Wow. This is all cooked with firewood. No charcoal, nothing purchased, just wood straight from the log yard. Right to the barbecue. And it does take more time, but like I said, you know, on my day off, I love to sit here and, you know, this is what we do. We work hard and we eat well. And here are the peppers. They look absolutely beautiful. Nicely charred on one side. I can tell they're still crispy and gonna have a nice crunch when you bite into them. And we are done and ready to eat. So happy Memorial Day, everybody. Remember to remember those that have served and are important to you if you have services tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in and watching the video. And we are going to be doing, like I said, more of these throughout the summer. I'm not sure what we're going to be cooking next week, but it should be exciting. and I am already looking forward to next weekend and getting to do this all over again. So happy Memorial Day.